好，各位朋友，大家好，欢迎大家继续来参加我们今天的2022 European Study Talk 留学欧洲说明会。那这个活动是由欧洲在台官方单位联合举办，从2022年的9月一直要进行到明年的2月份。整个系列活动将邀请到超过50多所的欧洲知名的高等校院来进行留学欧洲线上说明会。那国家有德国、英国、法国、比利时、荷兰、瑞士、瑞典以及还有意大利等专业的顶尖欧洲大学将接力的为台湾学生你的留学计划来指点迷津。那学校除了商管学院、资讯学院，更有著名的理工、设计、观光、医学科系，还有等知名的校院加入，将提供你最高的教育制度、课程资讯、申请流程，以及还有奖学金，以及毕业后在当地可以工作或是创业的一些相关资讯，你一定可以收集到你所需要的资讯，和听到学校的一些经验分享，都要来帮助你先准备你的申请。那今晚留学欧洲部署未来，下一场是由法国的 Speos 摄影学院这所学校。这个法国 SPO 摄影学院呢，是巴黎国际摄影学院的一所国际化以及和充满了这个活力的世界级的摄影学院。这个学校拥有了法国政府最高摄理的这个摄影的学历认证。那1985年1月成立的这个学校，一直是一个以国际职业标准的这个摄影学院。那它有着跟许多的这个顶尖大学和学院都有非常密切的合作以及紧密的关系。那这些顶尖的大学也都承认这个学校相互之间的这个国际学习交流，还有一些合作。那 SPOS 呢，希望能通过这1年的这个学习摄影，使摄影学生获取到这个技术、技能，以及还有个人视觉的创造性以及表达的双重学习。那目前这个学校的学生来自世界各地哦。那他们的课程是用英语来授课，又是一个小组的这个教学。学生在学习期间呢，你将获得到这个持续的专业的老师的这些来辅导。那这个学校巴黎国际摄影学院的课程体系分为1年制跟2年制，待会我们请校代来帮我们详细的做解释，以及还有夏季的 workshop 这个可以选择。那在学校总共有2个校区如果你大学毕业想要从事专业的摄影行业的艺术从业者的话，或者是想要继续加强你的摄影爱好来更加的这个精进的话，你都在这个学校里可以找到适合自己的课程。那校代待会会为我们介绍所有的课程介绍、申请要求，以及还有程序、学校生活等费用资讯。那大家在听到最后以后，把你针对你自己的情况的问题打在我们下方的 Q&A 的栏位中。那我们待会最后会请学校在这个问与答的时段里面来帮我们回答。那我们赶紧来了解这个 SPOS 巴黎国际摄影学院能如何帮助你部署你自己的未来，如何准备，以及还有强化你的专业跟人脉。当然学校也会解说我们国际学生的这个留学以及职涯之路。那各位不要忘记哦，待会听完之后，请你务必将你的问题打在我们的这个 Q&A 的栏位当中，各式各样的问题你都可以来询问，你可以以中文、英文来回答。Okay, I think we are very happy to welcome Leo from the SPOS to give us a very detailed information tonight. So now the floor is yours, Leo. Over to you.
Thank you, Diane. I would like to thank as well the International Study Talk Taiwan to let us promote our school to you guys today because it's a great way for us to promote our school and to let you know about Speos. So my name is Theo and I'm executive assistant at the Speos School, and today I'm here to talk to you a little bit more about what we do at Speos, the International Photo School based in Paris. So in order to begin, I'm just going to tell you a little more about the school. So this school has been created by a professional photographer, and that's the only school in Paris, in France, actually, who has been created by a professional photographer for professional photographers. Actually, yeah, the aim of the school is to give you all the skills to become professional photographers in the fields of your choice. So we are based in Paris. We do have a lot of different premises with a lot of studios, a lot of equipment as well, different classrooms for post-production, and a gallery inside the heart of Paris. So yeah, just in order to begin, I will say a few words about the school. This school has been created by a professional photographer, as I was saying, in 1985. So it's been 35 years that we prepare students to meet current market demands and guide them in becoming successful photographers. Speos has been ranked as well alongside the year as one of the top 5 best photo schools in the world, because of course we invite and we welcome a lot of international students throughout the year. We do have an average of 200 students per year, with more than 70% of our students who are international students and who come from all around the world. And of course, in order to do that, we offer courses in French, but also fully in English, because all of our teachers are not always French teachers. They are also coming from America, India, Southeast Asia, and South America, for example. So it's a real melting point here at the school, and it's also really useful for our students, and for us it's really rich in terms of culture at the school. So just to let you know as well about our diplomas, all of our diplomas are recognized by the French state with the title of photographer and CP level 6. It's a title who really validates professional skills as professional photographer, and it's the equivalent of a bachelor in photography. Of course, we do have a lot of different programs with a lot of different diplomas as well, and I will tell you all about it a bit later in the presentation. So as I was saying, 200 international students per year with more than 30 different nationalities, and a network really important for you in your start as a professional photographer, in the start of your career, to be able to use the school network that is reached in more than 4,000 alumni over 50 countries, and you will find Speos students all around the world, from France as well, but people working in all the countries in the world. You can actually see all their website and contact info on the website if you want to have a check, maybe later after the presentation. So yeah, Speos is a school who has been created 36 years ago in 1985, and which is really important to understand about this school is that we are working with professionals, and we are trying in your training to recreate the situation that you will be facing after the school when you start your career inside the school. So we are working in the studio. Our students come with their own camera to take pictures with professional photographer, and that's how they learn photography at the school. Of course, they will learn all different kind of knowledge. So how to master the lights mostly, but also angles, compositions, how to set up your own sets in the studio, how to use the different equipments as well. And for that, we think the best is for you to work with professional photographers. So all the teachers here at the school are professional photographers currently working in their field, and they also give class in the school. We also created our own photo method, the STOP system, which has been published in French and English, and it's distributed by Kodak Book. This method is taught in the US university, like the Rochester Institute of Technology and the Rhode Island School of Design. It's a well-known school as well, and you can find this method in all kind of different photographic school, not only Speos. Okay, so here is how we do at Speos, working with professional photographers in small groups. So we have more than 15 different programs at the school, and each groups will only be around 10 to 15 people. Why, you will ask? Because we are mostly working through practice. So you take pictures with professional. And for that, it's better to do it in a small group because you will have a best follow-up. Your teacher will know about your work, the advancement of your work, your progress throughout the week of training. So it's really important to keep a particular personal relationship with all your teachers. And for that, it's better to have small groups so the teachers can be here for you at each steps of the photographic process. So that's really how we train our students at the school. And we also benefit from a lot of spacious facilities. So 2 studios with more than 28 sets, and a lot of different equipment at the school that you will be able to use, learn how to use, but also be able to borrow from the school for your own personal project and for the project that you have to do for the classes. So of course, it's really good for you to be able to use different kind of equipments and not only your own. We all know that this kind of photographic equipments are really expensive, and be sure that at Speos you will be able to use every equipment, in every areas of photography. So all you need will be provided by the school. You only need to have your own camera to study at Speos. Okay, so here is a photograph of our studios and how we work. So basically, we like to separate the studios in different sets. And you can see on these pictures that the students are mostly working by pair. Why do you ask? Maybe because it's better for your composition as well. Working by pair allow you to really focus on one aspect of the photography shoots at one moment. So how does that work? The first students will take the pictures, and the other one will help him or her with the different equipment, how to handle the lights as well, but also with the composition. He will do, or she will do, the work of an assistant of photographer during the session. But of course, at the midterm, they will switch so that everyone can take pictures. but it's better to be able to lean on somebody for all the work and really focus on your camera and your angle and your photos during the shoots. And we have this system of curtains, as you can see, that we can, so in order to be able to keep the sets separate or to bring them together for more complex composition, or every time you work with models or with makeup artists, it's important to have enough space to shoot in the studio. So for that, don't worry. At the school, we are working closely with different kind of model schools and makeup artist schools. So it's an exchange between the students who also needs photograph for their portfolio and for their books. So it's an exchange, but we also will teach you how to get in contacts, how to create your own network of models if you want to specialize in this kind of photography after the school, because you won't benefit from the network of the school after. So it's important for you to know how to create your contacts during the school. And you can see as well a lot of different equipments with lights and everything you need to take pictures in every area of photography. Other than the studios and the essential techniques of photography, we also teach at the school in different classrooms and all regarding to post-production as well. So that's what you see in the second pictures on the bottom half. And you can see that we are working with Apple computers with ISO screens, so it's calibrated for photography. So when you do your shoots and you have your pictures, maybe some of them will have to be you will have to do some post-production work on them. So how we do this at Speos? We're actually going to teach you all the skills you need, all this method to make the different software, Photoshop, Lightroom, your own. So you don't have to go through a YouTube tutorial or anything else. Now you will have particular classes about this software, how to handle this software, and make your own method of post-production. And then your homework will be to work on your pictures and to show us the results afterwards. So it's really beneficial for you as well as for us. And of course, you will also have more theoretical classes about the story of photography, which is really important for you to acquire a culture of images in the photographic area, and also know how to present your work. Know how to present your work in front of several persons. I know it can be scary, but that's what you have to do when you're professional photographers. Go see clients and show them your work and argument your work and tell them about it in a constructive way. And that's really important. So that's what we do also at the school. You will have to present your work every week in front of your teachers, but also in front of the rest of the class. It's going to help you acquire the skill, but also it's going to help you with to have different looks on your pictures. The students will be able to give you feedbacks, and it's constructive criticism. It's going to help you improve your work, and also it's going to help you stay objective for the building of your portfolio. Because photography is really a subjective art, and sometimes it's better to have different looks on your pictures to be a bit more objective as well and to know what people likes and what people dislikes, even if at the end the artistic direction is completely yours and it's completely free, but you know what is going to be more selling and what is going to be a bit less. So yeah, the training at Speos is really based on these facts, and it allows you to be prepared for the professional world, because your portfolio will be judged at the end by a jury of professional photographers coming at the school, not only your teachers, but also other professional photographers to stay objective, and who is gonna tell you about your work, and hopefully that will be meeting the demands of the areas that you will be working on after the school. So that's basically the training here. I can show you as well another video, but you will be able to, usually I can show it, but for today, it's a bit complicated on Zoom. So I will let you go on a website and check the video section if you want to have a better look of the everyday life, at Speos. It's really important for you if you want to have the mood here at the school, know what are the different equipments that we use, how our teachers are working with our students. There is a lot of video available. Of course, you can check them out after the presentation, but you can also, if you'd like to, go a bit deeper and know more about the school. You can also book a tour with me, via a virtual tour, a visit of the school that we are going to do on Zoom, and I'm going to show you in each classrooms how our students are working with our teachers, and answer all your questions really about the school. So that's also a possibility. You can book it on the website of Speos really easily, on the visit section and the contacts info in a section. So don't hesitate if you want to discover everyday life at Speos. And for the rest, I will also let you know that, as I was mentioning before, we do have a gallery in Paris. So it's based in the 11th arrondissement. So it's really in the center of Paris. And this gallery is used by all our farmer students. So every time a student has been doing the study at Speos, is gaining the right to exhibit in our gallery, of course, and to show his work at the end of the program. So this gallery allow us to present the work of all our farmer students, and also we do exhibitions every month and a half, I would say. And we invite a lot of professional photographers to come and see the work of our farmer students, and also the students currently at the school. So it's a way for you and for all the students at the school to let people know about your work, and also we hope create some opportunities of work later on. And in this same idea, we also invite a lot of professional photographers through the year. You will also have your classes, but twice a week we invite professional for lectures that you're all welcome to. Professional photographers, but also people from the industry of photography. So people like Sebastião Salgado, Sarah Moon, Jen Evelyn Atwood. That's well-known photographers coming at the school to give you what it is, the reality of what it is to be a professional photographer, and also to give you advice on how to start well, and as well as giving you their contact info, and so that you can contact them later on for your for during the start of your career, but for your personal project. As soon as you have a question, they will be happy to answer it, and also be able to maybe get you in contact with for projects or opportunities of work later on. It's really important to build this kind of network whereas you are still in the school. It's important for you, it's important for the school, but it's mostly going to be useful at the starting of your career. So that's why we keep in touch with professionals throughout all the training at Speos. Here you can see some of our students' works. There is a lot more available on the website as well if you want to check. But that's just the idea, is to tell you that, as was it saying before, the artistic direction is completely free at Speos. You will be able to work on every aspect of photography. We do have students working on architecture photography. Some other are working on photo reportage. Some other are always working with models and in the fashion, luxury and beauty photography, for example. There is a lot of still life work, different kind of photography. Really, the artistic direction is yours at Speos and is completely free. That means that our training is really giving you all the skills that you need, all the essential techniques of photography, basically how to master the lights in every aspect of photography. So using natural lights, artificial lights, but also a mix of both to be able to produce the photography that you like. So that's the training that we give our students in every first part of our program. And in the second part, they are always encouraged to pursue their photography in the areas that they like, and to use the techniques that we give them to produce their own photography in their own style, in their own photographic eye, as we like to call it. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the programs, but know that you can always find all the programs on the website with all the information, the practical information about each programs. We do have 15 different programs in the school, so I'm pretty sure a program will be suited for you. If you if something is unclear, or if you are checking the website and you don't understand something about a difference maybe between one or two programs, also don't hesitate to contact us directly or to book a tour of the school so that I can explain to you which program will be most suited for you, and that we can find together the best program for you. So it's really possible to set up an appointment via Zoom or Google Meet or anything if you want to have a chat about which program might be the most suited for you if you need it. But for today, I'm just going to give you the basic information about the programs. They are all available in English. Mostly we are offering general programs and also specialized programs. So the general programs are made for people who want to know more about photography and discover their own passion in photography. Whereas the specialized programs are already made for students who already know what they want to do in photography and want to specialize in one aspect in particular. So in the general programs, we give them in 1 year or 2 years. It depends, because it depends that it's the same skills at the end, you will really acquire the same skills either in 1 year or in 2 years. But the only difference is the time that you have to allow to your study. If you want to take your time, you can do it in 2 years with a first year dedicated to the essential techniques of photography and a second year really focusing on the creation, the production of your portfolio and specialize in one area of photography. Or you can choose, if you want to be trained quickly, to do it in an intensive way in 1 year, and then doing the 2 years of the 2-year program into one. So it's really intense. It's really dedicating 1 year of your life to photography. But after these programs, you will be able to meet all the current demands in photography as well. So it's really the same skills, but available in different time frame. And for the specialized programs, it's only 1 year in English, and it's we have 2 different specialized programs. The first one is a partnership with the Magnum agency. So it's the first agency of photographer created in the world, and we are lucky that it's French. So it's really the premises of the Magnum agency is based on Paris, in Paris as well, really 5 minutes to the school. So our students are sharing their time between the agency and the school. At the school, they learn the techniques of lights, the techniques of photography, and at the agency, they learn about their visual identity and how it is to be a photographer in a photographic agency as well. And they are always in a particular kind of relationship with the Magnum photographers as well, because they are spending at least 1 full day in the week in the Magnum agency working with Magnum photographer. And so that's for people interested in photojournalism and photo reportage mostly. The aim is to give you all the skills to be able to produce a story throughout a series of pictures. And for the second one, it's more dedicated to fashion, luxury, and beauty photography. We are working with the head editor of the Narcisse magazines. So it's the equivalent of Vogue for France. And we are working with Mrs. Azadeh, who is the head editor of this magazine, who come to Speos to give you class about studio photography, but really focusing on fashion photography, as well as beauty photography with a lot of different products from high brands. And as well, we are lucky that we do have a lot of them in France, especially in Paris, working alongside brands like Cartier, Louis Vuitton, and a lot of famous, well-known brands in this area. So all these programs, the general programs, but also the specialized programs, are made for you to acquire all the skills you need, all the techniques you need to become a professional photographer. Either it's in photo reportage or in studio photography as well. That's why in the general programs, as I was saying, you will have a first part of the program dedicated to the general knowledge, the general skills of photography. And during the second part of the program, you will focus more on one aspect of the other, one area or the other of photography. So it's either photo reportage or studio photography. What is the difference? You will say the first is that in photo reportage, you use mostly natural lights. So you're going outside of the class, outside of the school, with your teachers to take pictures using natural lights, or a mix sometimes of natural and artificial lights. And in the studio, you focus more on objects or human models, and you try to show the beauty of this using all the lights that you can work on in the studio, using mostly artificial lights. So that's for the general program. And for the specialized programs, as I was saying, you focus on one area or the other as well, but directly. The general knowledge of photography will be given to you at the beginning, but you are going to move up quite quickly in this particular program. So I think that for today, I'll give you a lot of different informations. Maybe you will have to take some time to process it. But to finish, I will say that something about the applications. If you are interested by the school, you can always apply through the website. You can apply on the admission section on the website directly by filling our enrollment form. So at the school, we are selecting students through a resume, a motivation letter, and a portfolio of 10 to 15 photos. So all these elements allow us to study your applications and to be sure of your applications. Usually we give you an answer about 2 weeks. And my personal advice on these applications is to focus on the motivation letter, because we want to know what have you been doing before, why do you want to do this school, and also the most important part, how do you think this school is going to help you in your personal professional project afterwards. That's really what is interesting for us. And of course, for the portfolio, don't hesitate to show us the pictures. We are not going to judge on the quality of your pictures. The techniques, again, is what we are going to bring you. So don't hesitate to show us all the photos that you have been taken. The exercise is really to select the best pictures that you have at the moment you're doing the applications. So don't hesitate to send us, even if there is no post-production work or anything like this, you can send us your pictures. It's a way for us to know you better and to know your photographic eye at the moment you're doing the applications. So I'm gonna, so I think this presentation is coming to an end. So I will let you with this. You can always visit the school from home. As I was saying before, you can book a tour. It's really easy. It's available on our website. You can see all my availabilities on the website under the visit and contact info section, and book a tour if you want to have a better view of Speos, and also that we discuss about your projects, your feeling about the school, all your questions. I will be answering as well. So really don't hesitate to contact us either by mail, by phone, but also by booking a tour online. I think it's the best way for you to have a better understanding of what we do at the school, and I will be glad to give you a tour of the school as well. So all the info will be available on the website if you want to check it as well. And for the moment, I will pass to the Q&A session as well. If you have some questions about what I just said, don't hesitate to write it in the chat, and I will let you with the contact info as well, so that you can take it down if you'd like to.
Thank you. Thank you, Theo, for the very detailed information and also the course introduction. Yeah, I think the Speo, the gallery is such a great idea for students. They can showcasing their project, their works, and then before even in the study and also maybe graduation. That's a great idea fun and
Yes,
effort that
that's
from
the
the
idea.
school. Yeah.
To be able to take their first steps
Yes.
in the professional world. Thanks to this, it's not really made for selling pictures, even if it sometimes happens, but it's really a way for them to show their work to everybody, and to also know what it is to exhibit in a gallery with printing pictures. It was also really different than to show a portfolio. There is a lot more things to know about it that we can see.
Yeah, I think one of the achievement for the artist is actually showcasing or showing their project or works to the public. That's a great idea. Yeah, we got a couple of questions. I think those are very good questions, you know, from the audiences. You can open the Q&A and to also see the question as well. Okay, the first one,
Yeah,
the
of course.
student, the first one student is asking, does Spiro welcome applications from photography enthusiasts who doesn't have
Yeah,
the
that's a great question.
educational or the background or
Yes,
experience in this artist industry?
yes, we do. Actually, we are going to teach you all the skills, all the techniques of photography. So even if you don't have any experience in photography, any professional or studying experience, it's not a problem to apply to Speos, because we are
Right.
going to give you all this. So don't hesitate, even if you don't have any experience in this field. We are welcoming beginners as well as already trained people, and we are giving the basic knowledge for everybody. In the beginning of each programs, it's really open to beginners.
Yeah, is that right? That as long as the student is interested in photography and also, or maybe to improve or develop their, interest or professional on this area, so they can get in contact with Speos.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Next
I'm
question.
just gonna read the question and
Yeah.
maybe answer it.
Okay.
As I'm opening the
Hmm.
Q&A. So I see that there is a lot of them. I'm considering taking the 1 year or 2 year program, and just wanting to confirm what I will receive upon graduation is a master degree, not a certificate only. What does a European master mean, and is it only recognized in the EU? Yes, that's a great question, because we do have a lot of different diplomas for the 1 year or 2 year program. It's a bit more complicated, because we have 3 degrees for each 1 year or 2 year program, and they have different diplomas at the end. What it is, if you have already a bachelor in any kind of area, not in arts, for example, or not in photography, it's not a problem. You can apply for European master. So if you have already any kind of bachelor degree, you can apply for the master degree, and you will receive a European master, meaning that it's recognized by the EU, but it's really recognized internationally as well. Don't worry about this. This master degree, so it's equivalent of what we say 5 years of study. It's also important for you to know that the master diplomas is not really relevant in the professional photography area in terms of work, because which is really important is the quality of your work, your portfolio that you're going to build throughout all your training that is going to matter to professional photographers, not really your diploma. But the diploma is still important for you if you want to pursue your studies afterwards. I will encourage you to have a look at our European Master and to check out the certifications by IBIS that we offer on the website to have more knowledge about this, and also send me a mail if you want to. For the third questions, I understand Speos accept application around the world year on a rolling basis, but to your knowledge, what will be the best time to submit the application for, say, September 2023? Yes, that's a really good question, because we do have rolling admission throughout the year, so you can apply whenever you want to our program. But from experience, my own experience, I would say that the best time to apply is at least 2 or 3 months before the beginning of the program. So I would say that between April or May, it's a good time to apply to Speos, because we are going to know about you, about your interest about the school and the programs, and we are also be able to find the program that is most suited for you. So yeah, the best way is to submit your application early so that we can give you some guidance about this, and yeah, to let you know which program will be the most suited for you. Also, I see that when submitting the application, do you suggest establishing my own web page displaying the work, or simply photos on my Instagram page will do? So as I was saying, the exercise, to answer your question, the exercise is to select pictures. So the best way for you is to just select pictures, the best ones you have, and send them to us via the enrollment form. And also, if you want to have put the address of your website, or if you have some, or of your Instagram page as well, of course, we are going to have a look at it if you want to show it to us. But the exercise is really to select pictures. But on top of that, you can always add more photos. It's also going to be looked at. We offer French class for internationals as well. It's only the basics, because in 1 year you're gonna really focus on photography, but you will have 1 hour and a half, 2 hours of French if you want to learn about the French basics during your program as well. But really the best way to do it is by talking with other French students in Paris. You will also find people. Yeah, I think it's the best way to learn the language, to speak with the people. And 6, you mentioned that Speos students may borrow equipment from the school. Does this mean students can also borrow lenses from various brands from the school? Yes, exactly. We are working mostly with Nikon and Canon brand, but we also have all the tools to adapt every lens to different cameras, and you will be able to use the equipment from the school outside of the school by booking the equipment, and also to rent a set in the studio to use it whenever there is no class. So outside of class hours, you will also be allowed to use the studio freely. So that's a really good questions that you mentioned. Thank you for all these detailed questions.
Yeah.
And I hope that I answer it. I think it's gonna be time for me, so I won't, but I will let you finish the meeting.
Sure. I think Leo, there's a extension question from the same audience or student. And I think he or she is asking about the application submitting time frame. Does that mean, yeah?
I wanted to say April or May of 2023. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Great.
you can also apply whenever you want. So if you want to do it before, it's even better.
Sure. So do you, does the school require an interview before before the school will give the acceptance letter?
No, it's not mandatory. So if the interview is just something that we do if we have not really understand the applications, we can ask for an interview, but it's not mandatory in the application process. If everything is clear for us and that we can really see your motivation to become a professional photographer, I'm sure that you won't need an interview.
Great. Sounds very informative and sounds a great program that a student can actually consider applying for. Okay, I guess, yeah, time is almost up. So do you have any other question or information would like to tell our audiences or students tonight?
Oh, I see there is less questions
Oh, yeah.
about the switch
Just
to
come
the
in.
London premises. Actually, we used to have London campuses as well, so that for students go back and forth between the campuses. But with the COVID situations combined to the Brexit situations, it's actually becoming a bit difficult for us to keep our London premises open. So for the moment, it is closed. We are thinking about reopening soon, but for the moment we cannot accept the students in the London campuses. But be sure that it will be the same content in Paris, and that you will also be with international students coming from all around the world.
Great. Thanks again to Leo for great information about the Speos in Paris. 好，那今天这一场这个 Speos 巴黎国际这个摄影专业学院的说明会就到这边告一段落。如果各位还有个别的问题，或者是想要跟学校代表约个时间再问更多的资讯的话，欢迎你这个从荧幕上的资讯赶紧来抄下来，然后跟学校来做一个联系。Thanks again to Leo for tonight. Great information. We will see you soon.
Thank you a lot, Diane.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. 好，那今天谢谢大家的参与。那明天晚上11月30号晚间7点钟，我们还有一场这个留学欧洲部署未来，是由英国的Austin University 跟意大利的欧洲时尚艺术与设计学院。如果各位有兴趣的，请务必要赶紧的上我们的官网来报名，以及我们12月以及到明年1月份的线上活动的资讯也都已经公布了。想知道还有哪些的知名的学校，欧洲学校吗？就赶紧找上我们 EFT 官方网站来报名，或是在我们聊天室里面按下我们的报名链接。好，以上就是我们今天的说明会谢谢大家的参与。如果有任何的问题跟想要问的资讯的话，欢迎你上我们的官网来留言，或者是我们的这个脸书网站上面来留言，或是写信到我们的信箱。再一次谢谢各位，我们明天见喽，拜拜。